Welcome to Sony's 5-Minute Tech Tips. Today we will talk about how to remove rear covers on the X750H, X800H, X900H, and X950H TV, without damaging hidden clips, tabs, or slots. We will use the XBR65X800H model as our example. Removing the rear cover on all of the other H model TVs is very similar to this model but may have more screws or more hidden hooks. Wall mount TVs will not have a tabletop stand attached. Before we begin, make sure you install the tabletop stand, if available. If not available, place a thick blanket on top of a large table, or on the floor, and lay the TV face down onto the blanket. The rear cover on most 2020H models have only 5 screws securing the rear cover onto the TV frame, while the X750H model has 11 screws. The rear covers on the H models have a lot of hidden clips you need to snap apart in order to remove the rear cover from the TV. There are 2 tools you will need to properly unsnap the rear cover once the screws have been removed. 1. A 25-cent coin, or a large flat washer, wrapped in tape to prevent scratches. And 2. A thin, stiff ruler, putty knife, or butter knife wrapped in tape to prevent scratches. To remove the rear cover, start by disconnecting the AC power cord. Next, remove the 4 PSWM 6x16mm screws from the center of the rear cover. Finally, remove the M3x3mm step screw, located by the AC power cord connector. The location of the hidden hooks are marked on the rear cover of our demonstration TV, to illustrate where the hooks are located. Warning: do not try to rip the cover off the back. Attempting to pull the rear cover off by tugging on the bottom center of the cover may damage the hooks and make loud snapping noises. To remove the rear cover, start by slightly pulling out the bottom center of the rear cover. The location of the hidden hooks have been marked to show you the general locations of each hook. Use a 25-cent coin wrapped in tape to release the hook located on the bottom right corner of the rear cover. Next, use a thin, but stiff, pry tool like a metal ruler, putty knife, or butter knife, wrapped in tape to gently release the hidden hooks along the right edge of the rear cover, starting from the bottom up. A butter knife was used for this demonstration because it is the most common object you can find in any home. Metal rulers and putty knives are not as common. You need to gently insert the tool about 1 inch, into the side, between the rear cover and bezel frame. And then gently pry the hidden hooks apart, by pressing on the rear cover while gently flexing the butter knife towards you, until you hear the hooks pop. Use the same 25-cent coin to release the hook, located on the bottom left corner of the rear cover. Next, gently use the pry tool to release the hooks on the left edge of the rear cover, starting from the bottom up. Finally, grip the bottom edge of the rear cover with your fingers, and quickly push up to release the hidden clips across the top edge. Grab the top and bottom center of the rear cover, and remove it from the TV. To install the rear cover, let's reverse the process. Start by holding the rear cover by the top and bottom center and position it onto the TV. Align the top edge of the rear cover to the TV frame, and swing the bottom edge onto the TV until it fits in place. Firmly press on the rear cover, to snap on the hidden hooks along the top edge. Then, firmly flex along the inner left and right edges of the rear cover to snap the hidden hooks in place. Install the M3x3mm step screw, located by the AC power cord connector. Next, install the 4 PSWM 6x16mm screws onto the center of the rear cover. Finally, reconnect the AC power cord. Thank you for watching Sony's 5-Minute Tech Tips.